PCTV has a mission statement, and I'm just going to read it for those of you who don't know. And the mission statement is to encourage dialogue, promote media literacy, provide a platform for free speech, and a stronger community through training and by providing local citizens and nonprofit organizations with the tools to produce and broadcast programs from their own unique perspectives. And I totally agree with that mission statement, but for me, the mission is not only that, but, and I know I'm going to sound redundant for those people who know me and they've heard me talk about this, but diversity, diversity, diversity. And I keep, see, for me, I've been with this station long enough that I have seen the lack of diversity in terms of the programming and the kinds of programming, and also, you know, in terms of the producers. And what I mean is, and I really have in the past tried to really be sensitive, and that's very important, and I'm not going to, you know, come across as not being considerate of other people because, hey, you know, I want the same consideration given to me. But what I sense is that we have a need for more diversified programming because, I mean, when you think of Pittsburgh, there's a lot of different kinds of people who live in this community, and this is community-based television. So you have an Asian community, you have a Hispanic community, you have a Jewish community, and so forth. And so what I really feel is that for this kind of a station, it's public access, it's open to everybody, that those groups don't, for some reason, utilize this station. So really that becomes a question as to why. And I mean, and this is not a racial thing, I want to stress that as well, because I know in the past, I remember I wrote a letter and June King read it on one of the previous open meeting broadcasts, and it was really misinterpreted because at that time we were talking about moving the station and all of that, and I kind of commented on this, and believe me, I am by no means, you know, racist in any way. One of my best friends is African American, so that's not even, you know.
I said I wasn't going to talk about this, but I decided because I have a lot of people who look up to me, who connect with me, that I needed to say this. I need to say this. Love Muffins, get into this. Get into this. But this is about a bigger issue. A bigger issue. Okay, so when my videos were posted on Concrete Loop, a good amount of people chose to leave very homophobic, negative, disparaging remarks about me, degrading me, about homosexuality, right? And because of that, and some other issues surrounding that, but more importantly, if it was not for the homophobic remarks, I still would be up there. I have been taken off of Concrete Loop. And what I want to say to this is that this speaks to a bigger issue. And the bigger issue, the issue at hand here, is homophobia. Homophobia, especially in the black community. Okay, I would never understand how one oppressed group could then go and oppress another group. Okay? And I think it's so sad. It is 2008. Are you serious? Are there still people that are homophobic? I'm going to speak on this because there are young people out there right now in the black community that need to hear this. And what I want to say to you is that it is nothing to be ashamed of. Even if your whole community is chastising you, is criticizing you, you don't listen to them. God made you the way He made you. It just so happened that you are in a community that does not accept you. But you know what? You can accept yourself. The most important acceptance that you can ever have is when you accept your own self. Okay? So you accept yourself, and of course there's acceptance from God. But when you accept your own self, you're free. You're free. You can spread your wings and you can fly. And don't let no community, it's okay. if I don't fit in to a certain community because they're homophobic. And I'm not saying all black people are homophobic. I'm just saying that there is a particular portion of the black community that is homophobic, and I'm calling it out today. You're wrong and you're ignorant. Being homophobic is ignorant. It is ignorant to the highest degree, okay? And it's not acceptable. It is not acceptable, and I do not appreciate it. I do not accept it, and I will not stand for it. Because there's nothing wrong with being gay. God made me this way. I relish it. I'm not ashamed of it. It's like I'm not ashamed of being part black. I'm not. I will not ever be ashamed of anything God made me to be. And I don't care. I don't care if I lose some friends, if I lose some business, if advertisers pull away from me because I am gay. So be it. So be it. But as long as I live on this earth, I will always stand up for the outsiders, for people who've been chastised and put down and criticized and bashed and hated on, because the thing is, I know what it means. That's why there are statistics out there that said that there's a higher suicide rate in urban teens and urban gay teens. And I wonder why. It's because people allow homophobia. It's like it's acceptable. Like, you can't get on TV and say all these racial slurs, but yet it's okay for people to get up there or get on websites and say these homophobic remarks like it's okay. It's not okay. It's a slap in my face. It's a slap in the face of your relatives. You have relatives if you are a member of the black community, do not act like you don't have family members that are gay. You know you do, boo-boo. Don't act like it. We exist. We've always been here. We always will be here. Okay? And we're beautiful people. We are loving people. We are accepting people. Okay? And I'm not going to condone this for 1 minute. I am hurt by it. I am hurt by a community that I partially belong to that does not accept me for who I am when I accept and love everyone for who they are. It's not right. And you need to reach out to the gay members of your community, black people. Reach out to them because they are there. There are black people in your community that need your love and your support, not your criticism. You don't have a hell or a heaven to put me in. Okay? You focus on how to get yourself to heaven. Figure out how am I going to get myself into heaven or hell or whatever other religion you believe in. But you are not God. You will never be God. So focus on you. Focus on the sin that you commit on a daily basis. Don't come over here to a person who knows who he is. I love myself. I wake up in the morning, I say, ow! Thank you, Lord, for another day of life. Thank you, Lord, for making me exactly who I am. People who criticize me are people who are insecure with themselves. You're hurting, so you want me to hurt. But baby, let me tell you, I feel good on the inside and out. And this, I want to speak directly to anybody out there that's living in a community that people make you feel like you don't belong. I want to say you do belong. You are part of the community. There would be no community if you were not in it. And don't let nobody make you feel like you don't belong or you're less than. Because you're more than. You're more than the ignorant people that put you down. If you're homophobic, you're ignorant. You're stupid and you're ignorant. Yes, I said it. No one with enlightened sense would put down someone or be homophobic or be racist. So I want all the minorities to come together. Why are we always still? It's that mentality. It's that plantation, that mentality. We got to separate ourselves. Why don't we join forces to get more accomplished? Okay? Stop the hate. This is what this video is about. In 2008, we have to stop the hate. The hate, it starts here with one. It starts with one. You make the decision. I don't care if it's not popular. I don't care if your friends don't condone it. You can make a decision in your household today. I will not raise my children to be homophobic. I will not raise my children to hate somebody who has a wonderful spirit. I won't do it. You can make that change today. You can make a difference. Don't act like you have to wait for other people. Don't act like you have to follow the trends of society. Hate is hate, and it affects people more than you know. And you know what? It affects your children, it affects your cousins, it affects your husband, your wives. You know what? Because gay people, we're all around.